Is he recording? No, wait, the light is on. That means it's recording, right? Right. I can't ask Kale because he left 2 hours ago, and I'm unfortunately still here working. I guess I have to learn how to use basic recording equipment from now on. Hello, my name is Dr. Naghara. I am a senior researcher employed at Dreamlight Association, more commonly known as a DLA. First, congratulations. If you are listening to this recording, it means you are either a survivor of a nightmare encounter, demonstrated unusual dream energy activity, or have recently been classified as a redeemed individual. I understand that at this moment you probably have many questions, like for example, what happened to me? Or why can I do this? Is there something wrong with me, maybe? That is the one I see frequently, but for the most important one, am I still human? And the answer is simply yes, you are still human. Despite what you have experienced, despite whatever changed you may have noticed, the fact that something impossible is now part of you, you're still yourself. Now, before we continue, allow me to introduce the organization responsible for studying these phenomena. The Dreamlight Association is a multinational organization dedicated to the research, protection, and elimination of threat originating from what we classify as the dream world. The entities originating from this realm are commonly known as nightmares. Now, before you get the wrong idea, nightmares are not all bloodthirsty monsters waiting to attack humanity. The name is unfortunately misleading. Some nightmares are hostile, some are neutral, and some are even beneficial to society. The issue is that the first nightmare we discovered was hostile. Therefore, uh, people back then did not think twice and called them nightmares. Now, due to security regulation, most of our research remained classified. I know, disappointing. Trust me, I would love nothing more than release every discovery we have made to the public. Unfortunately, after several incidents involving people attempting to recreate experiments they did not understand, the paperwork was a bit unbearable. So, for now, only approved research materials and safety protocols are publicly available. However, due to your classification as a redeemed individual, you are being offered something most people will never receive: a position within the DLA. You may stop listening now if you're not interested, no pressure. Well, some pressure. You are currently holding an ability capable of changing your life and possibly saving others. But ultimately, the choice is yours. Good. I assume you're still here. Then let us begin. A redeemed in the simplest explanation possible is a person capable of assimilating a nightmare into their own body without losing themselves. Now, I intentionally say simplest possible explanation because the actual scientific explanation is much longer and would involve several hours of neuroscience, dream energy theory, and terms that I guarantee nobody wants to hear during an introduction, including me. The short version in this: your body has developed the ability to integrate a nightmare into your own biological system. The nightmare becomes an extension of you. Think of it like a new sense or getting a new limb. At first, it will feel unnatural, of course. You will have to consciously think about using it, but with enough practice, it will become instinct. A person does not think about every movement required to walk, of course. A pianist does not calculate every finger movement. A trained redeem eventually reach a similar point with their nightmare. Every redeemed individual possessed what we call a dormant nightmare state, meaning the nightmares have already been assimilated, but its abilities remain inactive. The reason for this is simple. Seeing that these entities are otherworldly, it makes sense that the human mind has never designed uh, the ability to handle this. You are effectively teaching your brain how to use a new part of yourself. Some people adapt quickly, some take months. Neither is a sign of failure. Every mind is different, of course. So now, the next question I will answer is, why me? Unfortunately, we do not have a complete answer. And believe me, if we did, my research department would have celebrated for weeks. Current data suggests most radium awaken between the age of 16 and 20 years old. Our leading theory is this period of life involves significant development of identity and self-perception. Essentially, the stronger your understanding of yourself, the more stable the connection appears to be. This is why younger individuals have much higher risk of assimilation failure and turn into what we call corrupted ones. The problem is not that they are weaker, the problem is that their sense of identity is still developing. A nightmare does not simply attach itself to a body, but connects with a person. And if a person does not yet have a strong enough self uh, expression, the result can be dangerous. This condition, like I just said, is classified as corruption. A corrupted individual is a redeemed who has lost control over their nightmare assimilation. The nightmare no longer function as an ability, instead they start merging with the human as a single entity. In some cases, their desires, instinct, and even their personality become distorted. This is why training, psychological evaluation, and DLA support exist. Not because we believe redeemed are individuals that are dangerous, but because we understand how dangerous losing control can be. There is still much we need to know. For example, thanks to one of my colleagues, genetic research suggests hereditary factor may influence reading compatibility. However, genetic alone cannot explain every case. Some families have multiple reading members, others have none. Some individuals awaken despite having no history of dream energy interaction, and some just never will get redeem qualities even if they interact with dream energy. The answer is still being researched on, of course, and hopefully one day I will be the person explaining the answer to you. For now, remember this. You are not a mistake. You are not a monster. You are a person who gained the ability humanity is only beginning to understand. The DLA cannot promise your path will be easy, but we can promise that you will not have to walk it alone. Therefore, I have to say to you is welcome to the Dreamlight Association, and can someone please tell me how to turn off this recorder?